baby, can't wait to see you smile. Don't wanna compromise, I don't wanna play these games. Get away, let's get away. I know a place. Come go with me. Let's make some time and get away. Making all our dreams come true. Cannot breathe.
I just want to get this off my chest real quick. I put on threads the other day that I love seeing a woman in her soft girl era, and God, I do. I promise you I do. And a man hit me up and was like, what does soft girl era mean? To me, it's not about having your hair done. It's not about being presentable everywhere you go. It could be sweatpants, hair tied, just like Drake said. It ain't about cooking, cleaning, doing laundry. No, baby, it's about the fact that you have embraced your feminine energy and you're comfortable in this space, right? You done released everything that's made you defensive, protective, hyper aggressive. You've released all of these things. You done dealing with niggas you can't express yourself to. You ain't going back and forth with people. You done released family members who drove you to this masculine place just so your femininity can thrive. And for the fellas, listen, there's nothing more masculine you can do than help a woman embrace her feminine energy, right? Start her a perfume collection. You know what I'm saying? Embrace the hobby she loves. I watched my dad do it for my mother, and I will do it for mine.
Good evening. Guess where he was from? Take a wild guess.
Where?
You know
Chicago.
where. Baby. What up, Chicago?
You almost said what up though.
I mean, no, I was going to say what up, Chicago. Welcome.
Oh, okay.
Welcome to the Tea with Trei. We are back, darling. It is Unhinged. Single in the city. I'm supposed to be whispering, T-Dub. You got to calm me down because you know when I start getting excited, all that coughing and hacking.
Right.
I had to move away from you over the weekend because every time you open your mouth, So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. We're so happy to be back. It is episode 4. Quad. We are on Quad, and I'm so excited to be here. I don't like to cancel on people, and I had a situation, but I'm better. I don't like to talk about it when I'm the S word because I feel like, I'm big on words and all that woo woo. So I'm feeling better. I've been drinking my tea. I got some salt in my water. It's going to be well. How are you today?
I am wonderful. Thank you for asking. It's been a rough day, but I am here and excited for the evening. Can I just take a moment to just say it was so wonderful meeting everyone a few weekends ago, and to our veterans. Happy Veterans Day. I know it's past, but I wanted to shout you out and thank you for your service. And that's it for me right now.
We had a good time. I got to fix this. We had a good time at the unofficial, unauthorized Two Live Stews weekend. Everyone got to meet T-Dub. Shout out to everyone in the chat. I'm going to try to do this. Samika Evans. Good evening, Samika. KK. I met KK. KK is cool. Wait, I'm not going to call her by her government name. Black Diamond. I met Black Diamond. Jungle Brother, you should have came. Of course, Mocha Bella. I've known Mocha Bella for, I guess it's 2013, 2012, something like that, when Doug and I started doing his thing. Loose Neck, we missed those hands. I mean, we missed you. I'm never going to let it go. But we had a good time, but that is where I probably began to take on a bit of not wellness. It was raining. but that thing was so crunk. So someone was going to come and visit me that weekend, and they were a little bit concerned that, you know, that I was not going to be paying attention to them, and that they are a Dallas fan, and didn't come. They would have been just fine because I was working. And I just love black people. Okay. It was a whole weekend filled with black people
The
because
blackness.
we hung out. I hung out with the Stewies on Friday. Shout out to Kesey and his wife, Cafe Bartique, over in Cascade. Is that what you call it? Old Cascade? Teed up?
Yes,
Or
that's what I call it. Yep,
that,
historic
I mean, is that
Cascade.
what it's okay? And so they have a beautiful coffee shop over there, and it was just they are tremendous hosts, and it seems like they really love what they're doing, and I
Hmm.
love that for them. And so they hosted us. We went there first. Then there's an establishment next to it that I will definitely be going back to. I don't know why we don't hang out over there more. Over there, where we are. And then from there we went to JR Crickets, baby. Hmm. It was a good time for me. I mean, I had fun. Arlie popped up. She's not gonna miss. And so I thought she was gone. And so I called her. Oh, Genie in the Bottle showed up. I was like, "What
That's
you doing
nice.
here?"
Yeah, yeah.
We
I'm sure Arlie enjoyed it because that's a old stomping ground for Atlanta. So the
right.
high schools, yeah, people go and kind of do reunion type things there at JR Crickets all the time.
It was so fun, and so we really enjoyed, just I enjoyed hanging out with y'all. I wish y'all would come every weekend. Rel, my brother in Christ, my brother in Petty, my brother in I just love him. We just have a good time together. And so we'll do it again. There's gonna be more of that. How's daylight savings time hitting for you?
Actually, it's hitting quite right. I'm up early and out and about early. So yeah, I thought it would be really rough, but actually it's been working out quite well. No problems at all. But I don't like this darkness. So when it gets dark too early, I don't like that. And also this deer mating season. And so they're leaping out and diving, coming down 285
It sound
the
like
other
David
day. And it
when
was
we
a
went
whole
to
family just like sitting on the side and just standing on the side of the road. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, this feels like that Netflix movie.
a shout
Um,
out to Mr. Damon Williams. He was having a fit about some deer in Hilton
mhm.
Head because
Yeah,
they was showing their hind parts out there. You said
yeah,
leaping. No more
yeah.
coyotes. No more coyote sightings.
Haven't seen a coyote lately, but the deer, it really did kind of unnerve me for like, going down 285 at a high speed and they're just standing there between Cascade and what I 166.
So it's really the deer in headlights thing. Like,
Yeah,
mm.
yeah.
Well,
But be careful out
I I don't care for the daylight savings time at
there.
all.
Hmm. Okay.
Okay, it's too dark right now.
That it is.
I am the light, and therefore I need the light. And so I'm not a fan of it. Um yeah. I don't know why I thought the government was going to eliminate it or get rid of it. And speaking of the government, that's one more thing before we go to a break. We've got a lot tonight. Okay. It is about to be beauty, banging beauty up in here, all up and through here because I love house guests. Okay. And I have some tremendous people in my life, and they're all talented. And so we're going to start to share those. And we have a special treat on the Tea with Tree. But we have to say something about it because we weren't here. Um, the election, the canceled field trip, canceled immediately. I was I mean, we thought we was doing something, y'all. You're watching the Tea with Tree Unhinged, Single in the City. T Dub and I thought we were doing something over the summer. Well, I guess what, 8 weeks ago? July? When did
Yeah.
we get the announcement?
That was
And
yeah, about 8 weeks ago, 8 weeks or so. But I mean, hey,
and
we planned ahead and we were ready.
we was like, we're going. I had someone on speed dial that was going to tell me all the places to go to, the restaurants. I had to call the roommate, Erica, get her involved. We had the room. We have had the tickets, and then
Flights.
here this ninja come. Here come America doing what America does. And so we bless it, and we thank God that even still we are covered. Now,
Amen.
we're not going to spend a lot of time on that. One thing I wanted to say, I want to make sure that as we finish up this series, I just have to be very mindful of what I say, how I move. And I love Black men. I just want to reiterate that. I do not think that that the dating pond is full of piss. And I've been writing in my journal to make sure that I get my mind right, because there's so much ish out there that we see every single day telling us don't do this, don't do that. And that is why it was so important for me to bring in a guest today that could help us all maneuver through it, because it's just a lot of stuff out there. Don't call him if he don't call you. Don't do this if he don't. And I don't know anything about how to maneuver it. And so, but I don't want to leave this space sounding like I'm complaining or bitching about men. I love men. I know that there are good men out there that that cannot wait, that are living to get with me. And that's what I want to really promote in this space. If I come back, I'm always going to be positive. And I love y'all. I love a Black man. We saw so much Black excellence last weekend before last. It's they out there. We just, my focus needs to be on readying myself and not on trying to fix no man.
That's
With that
right.
being said, before we get out of here, I just want to, since we are, talking about it, T Dub, I just wanted to show you something.
Oh gosh. Why does that guy look familiar?
No, I don't want to talk about it.
Oh gosh. Yeah, don't start laughing. But yeah, no thanks.
No, you're not
But-
gonna rent a. Lamar Odom is up here buying Nutsie. Is that what the guy? Is that what y'all how y'all
Who?
say it? You know, Lamar Odom was married to Chloe.
Oh, he's buying what?
He bought a robot or ordered a robot or something
Stop it.
recently. I just wanted to
Oh
know.
my.
I mean, I think it is gonna get like this for people. Rent a boyfriend. He's got packages. Let me put my
Oh, you
glasses
know
on.
what? Oh, I know
Don't
who that is.
don't say what.
No, I
How do you?
won't. But I mean, no, he's not someone I know, but I figured out where I know him from. But anyway, I don't think I would do that. As bad as it, feels to always have to show up at the family dinner without a boo, I won't
We're
recommend
not
either.
going there.
I'm
Okay.
not that desperate. Yep. It's like
I saw you go.
no, I was just saying that he'll find me,
I
and
know
when that
that's right.
happens, then I'll show him off at all the cookouts, the dinners, and everything else. But I just can't see me paying for a boo.
I saw it and I just
What about
started
you?
cracking up. Oh no. Oh no. I barely wanted to get on them
Oh, that's
doggone
funny.
apps. Remember, I was like, I told you they had to like coach me into it. And I mean, no, not we're not buying it. No. I'm alone. I mean, I'm never alone,
And look
but
at Jungle.
oh
Right,
God.
right. Look at
We're
Jungle
gonna
Brother
get
running
when we come
turkey. That's
back.
funny.
Please, we got to star his comments. When we come back, ladies and gentlemen, it's time. It's time for some real hot tea to get spilled up in here. This is my friend, my sister, my home girl, the Emma J. Wallace, or Emma J. She'll be joining us and really giving us some. Stop it. Don't be laughing at me. I like saying everybody's whole name, your whole government name. She'll be joining us. And I'm telling y'all better get ready. Them sensitive Samuels and sensitive Sarahs, get on up out of here. It's not gonna work out for you. It's spoken, it's truth and love. but it is going to be a good time. I love her. Beans, my carrot dropping friend. When we come back, you can ask Emma J. I hope it works out for you.
You're in the dog pound. Dogs and poodles, it's the Two Live Stews, and we're back. Our debate that started us on radio was the effectiveness of the option, idiot.
You call your brother idiot? I never call you
A
an idiot.
dummy. What you did is called hijack the show. I'm done. Doug Stewart and Ryan Stewart streaming live Monday and Thursday at 7 a.m.
That's the number 2 live stews, youtube.com. 2 live stews, youtube.com.
Hey, people, it's your boy Chubb Rock. There's a new sheriff in town, Southern Edge Beverage Company. And let me tell you, you better taste the edge. Watch this. Taste the edge. Sweet tea vodka, salted caramel whiskey will rock you. The taste is smooth and refreshing. Gluten-free, no harsh burn for the blessing. Make it neat. Have it on ice. Buy both bottles. Have it twice. Mix with your favorite fruit juice. Nice. Mix a liqueur combo. Hype. We're black owned. Yeah. Finest in Atlanta telephone. College Park. Check this bone. Sweet tea, vodka, fix your fam. Southern Edge Beverages, Instagram. Salted caramel whiskey on the edge. New sheriff in town, baby. Taste the edge. Southern Edge can be found in the following locations in the metro Atlanta area. Total Wine and More in Alpharetta. Camp Creek World of Beverages. Prohibition Liquor. Firewater Package. Crest Wine and Spirits and Bim's Package Store. It's time to taste the edge. Southern Edge, baby.
Let's say you're on a date and you meet this person and you are just showing up as your authentic self. I think it's super important that you show up who you are. Come in. If you got low energy, you better come in with low energy, because you never know. They may have low energy too and y'all can be negative together. If you have like nonchalant energy, okay, just come as you are. Because what I say is, and this is what I think, people really do try to bring their representative to the table. They try to bring their energy up when they're not really up. They try to sustain something they can't. And guess what? Your energy line, because after a few days, you're going to see that they're not that happy, or they're not that sad, or whatever. They're not that cool or calm. They're really crunk and giddy and extra. You might as well just show up who you are on that date, because I'm going to tell you, you either going to run them off that day or you're going to run them off a week away. It don't matter.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Tea with Trei, Un-Hinged, single in the city. I'm Trei Taylor.
I'm
She's
T-Dub.
T-Dub. And Emma J is in the building. Beans!
What's up, Trei?
I'm going to call
Trei's
you
my
Beans.
first producer. I love her. Thank you for having me on the show.
Baby, I was in the crates today. I was like, I didn't know I had that. We used to have so much fun. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm so excited that you could be here to help us through. I need some hand holding. You know how Abraham starts off with, we love you so much. I know you're going to give me the truth, and I need it. We all need it. Tell everybody who you are, what you do, all that good stuff.
Well, I'm me. No, I'm Emma. And so I am a therapist, right? I've done marriage counseling, dating coaching, trauma, all the things. So but my specialty really is love and trauma. So, and that's what I gravitate around, and everyone who has, needs love advice calls me like, can you please help? Because they know I'm gonna keep it real, but
Ooh.
sometimes I'm wrong.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Well, okay. Well,
But yeah, so
I'm trying
that
to
was
see
my
how we gonna look in here. Okay.
right. So that's my previous life. And so now I trade, and I'm a mom and all that.
Do you miss it?
All right.
Do you miss it at all?
I still have people ask me things every day. So it's like God gives me the right people to talk to, because I never wanted to charge. I never wanted to charge people. So, is it skipping? It looks
It's not. It's not. You're doing fine.
Okay.
T-Dub, I met Emma, I guess 2012. And baby, I think that as I listened, I don't know if you heard the promo clip today, and you're watching the Tea with Trei Unhinged, Single in the City. We have Emma J in the space, in the house. It's not the tree house, but it is the tree house. And when I met her, she was sharing with me that I might be a little ungrateful, like in a nice
Oh,
way, and
okay.
taught me about gratitude.
Okay.
And
Yep.
she was just so real. And from there, I don't know. I like truth. Sometimes I did cry, but I think listening to that clip today, I don't know, it hit different. Like back when you did it in 2012, I didn't realize it, but I think I might be living with a wolf. I don't know. I don't know, but I wanted to have you here today because I've been seeing this trend about people like to say I'm matching his energy. I'm matching her energy. And you had some very interesting perspectives on the root of that and just, how to move in that space. I don't want to be I don't like to be vulnerable, but there's a level of reciprocity that one seeks as well. Tell us about the whole I'm matching his energy trend that's going on right now.
Well, I'm gonna keep it real. I have a lot of nonchalant friends, and I will say that is what I hear out of their mouth constantly. Oh, I'm matching his energy. And my challenge to that is, why would you deal with somebody where you have to lower your energy to match them? Why won't you just find somebody who's matching your energy and y'all can ride out to the sunset? But it's a game, right? So let's just be honest. We are half and half. We're half spiritual, we're half human. And that is another thing that I deal with a lot. I didn't say is I deal with authenticity studies because when you don't show up authentically, you actually create mental illness. And that is why it's so important to show yourself. And when people don't show themselves, I lightweight, they might be they're hiding. Mm-hmm. And if they're hiding, a lot of that goes into that lower energy because it takes so much time to push down your energy to hide your own stuff that you're matching their hidden self. And so you're not getting anywhere. So if you notice when you're matching energy, you're not getting anywhere with that person. Mm-hmm. You're not communicating. You're not being vulnerable. You're not doing anything that could build to something deep. So when you find yourself doing that, sometimes you need to ask yourself, am I in for the game or am I trying to be? Because we are half toxic. And I think that people don't want to acknowledge that. Like, we all have a toxic side to us. And I mean, look, I like my toxic side. I'd be like, look, this is what I can deal with. This is what I'm going to pop off with. But so many people want to reject that carnal nature of, I'm going to show them. Because that's part of us as an animal. You can't deny that. So what I realized was that you will choose somebody toxic to do that with, because there's people who you can't do that with. And I got both. I know who I can match energy with because they toxic. But then the people that I can just be myself and flow and they're going to flow with me, they're my spiritual people. So you just got to ask yourself, what role are they playing in your life?
Well, T-Dub, you want to go?
Yeah, no, I was going to say, just based on what you said, I have this quote that I have on my refrigerator and I try to embody it as much as possible. But it says, let the world know you as you are, not as you think you should be, because sooner or later, if you are posing, you will forget the pose. And then where will you be? And so it's really right. So it's so important to be yourself, and my thing with dating, to show up. And if a person is being real cool and laid back, and then there you are trying to match that energy, you never get to figure out, you don't get to know each other, and I just think that's terrible. So let me see, what's one of my questions? So do you think that matching energy negatively affects a person's ability to set boundaries? If they're always trying to acquiesce to someone else's energy, they're denying themselves. And so how does that affect boundaries?
Oh, absolutely. Because if you're matching their energy, you are not even going to have boundaries enough to say what you want. You are actually being pulled into their energy, and they are controlling you with their energy.
Oof.
So when you know what I mean? That's why I'm like, I gotta pick and choose who I'm doing that with, you know?
Yeah. Okay.
And
Okay.
because that is what will happen. At the end of the day, there will be no boundary set. You will, because I'm gonna tell you what's behind it, right? We all want to know, well, what's behind the matching? Why are you doing it in the first place?
Mm-hmm.
You're not getting the natural reaction from them that you wanted.
Mm-hmm.
That's the first problem. You tried to be vulnerable, you were calling, you were open, and they were dismissive. They were like pausing on the text, or, you know, hitting you back 4 hours later or 2 days later.
Yeah.
And now you feeling hurt because you just put yourself out there like, I like you. And they're like, but I ain't feeling you enough to respond back to you like that. And so then your ego starts to say, oh, I'm gonna match you now, because you don't let them go. You feel me? You don't want to let it go, because let it be a guy you don't really like. You ain't matching a dude's energy that you don't like, or you're not gonna match a girl's energy you don't like. You're gonna be like, I'm cool. So if you like that guy or girl enough, or, you know, man or woman enough to match their energy, you are probably scared about sharing your boundaries because you're scared to run them off.
Yeah.
Right.
That makes
So
sense. Yeah, that makes sense.
And you're watching the Tea with Trei, Unhinged, Single in the City. We're talking to Emma J. Ask Emma J. Emma, this sounds a lot like people pleasing to me. And so there's got to be, this is before dating and all of that. This had to start somewhere else. So can you help us out? Because I hear what you're saying about being afraid to set the boundaries, and not afraid, but like, you're like, oh, I don't want to ruffle any, you don't realize, maybe you don't realize what you're doing. I'm really big, and I've learned over the last 8 years about choosing myself. It's okay to say no to ninjas. But where did this start?
Well, you know, everything starts in childhood. You know, that's the fun part. It's
The
like,
inner
oh,
child.
we're just 8-year-olds walking around in adult bodies, you know. So whatever happened to us when we were 8, you know, that's what we're sticking with. But what happens is this. Everyone grows up and there's something traumatic that happens in their house, okay? And it could be with your siblings, it could be with your parents, or someone you really like or care about when you were younger. And you try to get their attention and they didn't give it to you. Now, this is where roots of where you see good kids go bad. Mm-hmm. So if you notice, the parent would notice the energy or say something when they mess up. But when they were good, they wouldn't say anything at all. So now they're like, oh, you're just negative with me. So now I'm going to be negative with you. Because that's how you're not saying anything to make me feel vulnerable and safe with you. You're only, you know, trying to get me to be what you want me to be. Mm. And so you start trying to match your parents or the siblings or whoever's energy that's in the room, right? And so then but it's all about, it was rejection. It all stemmed from rejection. Like, okay, you don't like me like this. So if I act like this, then that'll work. And then you do that enough times, then the faker and faker you become. Wow. Because when you match their energy, you're not being authentic. Woo. That's why I can't do it. Because I'm like, they gonna know I'm crunk. So what's the point? Like, what's the point of me matching? Because I'm gonna tell you, you didn't call me back. I didn't like that. And guess what? They'll call me back. And I said, well, if you want to stop talking, fine. Don't talk to me no more. Because I'm not gonna do this.
So you absolutely, now I know for a fact you do. Yeah, you will be like, wow. So you're saying, ladies and gentlemen, and maybe I want to make sure I'm hearing you correctly. If you're upset because she or he didn't call you back, just say that. But we don't say it. We don't say it because we don't want to ruffle the feathers. We don't want to make them go away or whatever.
You don't want to look needy. Okay.
Yes.
We don't want to look like we need the other or desire the other person, because we've been told the more that we show that, the less valuable we are in the connection. So now you've got two valuable people that's too valuable for each other to even talk.
Lord have mercy. I wish we need like a 5-hour
Let's
show. You're
go.
watching the Tea with Tree, Unhinged, Single in the City. We have to take a break. We're going to keep you for another segment. Oh my goodness. My heart is beating so fast right now. Can I just put you in my pocket? I mean, I know I can call you
I'm
anytime I
always in your
want,
pocket, Tree.
but I be trying to leave you alone and stuff. But this is such a good refresher course. T-Dub, what you think? Was this a good?
I'm loving it. I'm loving it. And I will say this though. I think that in energy matching, it actually starts to build the muscle in you to be bold enough to say, I'm not feeling this, I don't like it. Because after it happens so many times, you're searching for the authentic person. So it kind of trains you to say, okay, but I'm gonna be me. And if I can't find it in you, then so be it. Yeah.
Baby. We're talking to Emma J. We're going to read some chat when we get back and answer some of your questions. Jungle Brother is his heavy hands tonight. Shout out to Neek M. Vern, I see you in here. Yeah. We'll be back because it's more. We just one more segment. Okay, boo? Okay? Keep it locked.
You see that right there, bruh's old.
That's right.
Every Q in America should be drinking Southern Edge. Steve Scott, Beta Mu 92, myself, Sai, Spring 90, and you, Delta Kappa 92. Every bro in America should scan this QR code and check out Southern Edge.
They look so sweet. No. I wish I could taste the moment. Been around the world, hey, but it's nothing like that Southern Edge, girl. No. I've been around the world, whoa. Nothing like that Southern Edge, girl. Yeah. Okay, now pour me a one. Better yet, make it soon. They say the night is young. With this cup like the fountain in you. Shining. Tell me what your sign is. Tell me what your dream, little lady. I could buy by the bottle, I promise. Yeah. Because you look so sweet. I wish I could take some moment. Girl, you look so sweet.
So we match energy to keep the vibe a certain way, or we're matching energy in a negative way to show them how it feels, all right, in a petty sense. This is the consequences of matching someone's energy. Wearing a mask is not cute. Being inauthentic is not cute. No matter what, just don't try to hide who you are, right? Express who you are. If you lower your energy and match someone's energy, you could actually become more divisive as a person. Be in a space where you understand that when you match someone's energy in a petty way, you may be causing more problems down the line. It's better to keep your energy if you can and let it separate you. Know that when you go low, you are going to cause a ripple effect in the room, in a relationship, and all the things. When you go high, you are going to see if people raise up or they try to pull you down. But at the end of the day, if you try to match someone's high energy, the more you practice it, the more high vibrating you become.
Boom. You're watching the Tea with Tree, Unhinged, Single in the City, talking to Emma J. I had to shorten them commercials because we had to get right on back into it. I want to definitely ask you a question, and thank you so much for your time. You're very busy, and so I appreciate you making the space for us tonight. You know, we gotta go do some lavish stuff soon. I miss you, girl. But I do have a question. So just as it relates to the clip we just saw, I mostly, and I think you already mentioned it, but if I'm matching someone's energy, it's mostly a form of protecting my time that my ego believes that I wasted. And if it goes, further, it protects my feelings if I match the energy. So I guess that goes back to the child stuff. correct?
Yes. And I
You don't
do
gotta
want
be
to
gentle with me.
No, I want to no, that's real. But I also want to tell you there's something manipulative about it. Okay.
Okay. Yes.
You know, I'm here for the dark side.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
When you match somebody's energy, you are really trying to see how much they care about you. Instead of just saying, "Where are we?"
Mm.
you pull away to
Mhm.
see if they notice your absence.
Ooh.
Manipulation. Yeah.
And that's
Yes.
what all these mother flipping, T-Dub, all these
Oh, yeah.
every scroll.
Yeah.
Girl, don't call him. Scroll. Meow. You've seen that
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
And of course,
Yeah.
we have the, what's the sprinkle lady. I mean, it's so much stuff. And I'm not knocking any of y'all. Do your thing.
Right.
But who do you turn to? Well, we know we turn within is really where we turn.
There it is. Love of self. Yeah.
Yeah.
What was
I,
that?
I think the biggest thing missing in this dating conversation is the fact that people are aligning with externals and not energy. And that is the one thing I hear
Oh,
in this conversation. He got to have this, he got to have that, he got to have this. And I'm like, at the end of the day, your energy is going to make you guys become the empire. It's not his stuff, your stuff. It's do we align? Because the right person, I promise y'all, I be blown away. Like, how come we don't know about energy, right? How come?
I
But
love
when you find
energy.
the right person, it's like the missing puzzle, right? They gonna put things in your life that you couldn't do yourself that quick because the energy is right.
Oh
Not
boy,
his money, his car, is whatever. It's like magic happens. You
I
know
might
what I
be
mean?
leaving early.
Yeah. But isn't that
So
fun?
good.
You know what? Think about the field trip to the High Museum to see giants. Immediately when you walk into that into that room, you can feel the connection of just through the art. But
Mm.
as much as people have concerns about how that whole thing happened with Swizz Beatz and Alicia Keys, you can tell that they
That
are they appear to be an energy match, and
Yeah.
their lifestyle and things that have happened in their lives just show it to be true. You know what I mean? So that's kind of an example of that whole right energy.
matching energy. I wish we could talk
Mhm.
to you longer. Let's read some chat before you
Okay.
have to go because I want to make sure that you know that the people of God. Now, I just want to warn you, we silly up in here. So I'm gonna start off right away with Jungle Brother talking crazy. Red flag. She's too pretty. Got all her teeth and her edges. A
And they
fool.
real. Thank
He said, and they
you.
real.
That's so sweet. Thank you.
And just real quick, I don't know if you mind. So you are built tough inside. Would you attribute that to relationship with your dad, like how he? I mean, T-Dub, I like to hear stories about y'all and
Yeah.
your parents because I
Mhm.
didn't have any. And so I love to hear, this is not limited to just you, T-Dub, and sharing. I love the stories that you shared about how you were reared. And I think that's a testament to your confidence and your ability to be like, bye. Peace.
Yeah.
That's
So talk about
being
that, having
Well,
the
being
relationship.
raised by a black man, a strong black man, okay? He never complained. You wouldn't even know he was in pain, right? He never gossiped. He never talked bad about women. What he did do, though, was he told me the things that women did that were manipulative. And he said, please do not become like that. Be direct.
Ooh.
And if a man can't
Okay.
handle your directness, then he's not for you. So he would bring, like, if I was dating somebody and they beeped outside, he said, oh no, you sit right there. Don't let them wait.
Yes.
And you
yes,
have
yes.
to have somebody kind of check you because you're like, oh, the beep, gotta go. Nah, they gonna sit here. And here was with how everything changed. When this guy came in, I was a teenager, and he said, what's your intention with my daughter? And I didn't know it then, but I hope somebody catches this today. that when a man or a woman doesn't have an intention for you, just know you're going to be matching energy. You're going to be wasting time. Because if they had an intention for you, it would be so fluid. And that is why, I get in trouble with a lot of my guy friends because they be like, you be having so many expectations. I'm like, let me tell you something. There's women who have expectations and borders and boundaries. They're the ones who get chosen to get married. They're the ones, because the fun girls, they don't have all the guys, but the guys won't have an intention, and she's not asking for him to have one. And that will go on forever, right? So whatever game he playing, she gonna play. But if you have an intention and his intention doesn't match your intention, the energy must match or not match, and you leave.
Wow.
Yeah. That's what I learned having a father who loved me, instilling me, like, don't let a man do that to you.
Woo! Baby, the chat is blowing up. They love you. Oh, it's powerful. California love, honey. He said, don't go out to that car. I mean, yeah, I can see that's where you get it. Just all your energy and just good vibes and mostly confidence in who you are. Mr. Wright says, being around energy that doesn't match yours will drain you. We all work on our own frequencies. Once you mix frequencies, you get unbalanced tunes within yourself. It is true. It is true. Loose neck side. Loose neck in perpetuity side, which Ryan is trying to take this man's name, and I rebuke it. He says, I have a few female friends that say the same thing about matching energy. So, again, he's just agreeing that, with what you're saying, the women are talking about it a lot. And like I said, I am one of those people that say I'm matching his energy, but I'm thinking that I use that as an excuse though, to not, I'm being honest. I mean, that's why you're here. I would say I'm using it as an excuse to protect myself, from anything that looks like rejection, period. I'm a work in progress. From Loose Neck Side, he said, my dad told me and my sister he didn't raise and love us for someone else to mistreat, and we never forgot that.
That's nice.
Yeah. Jungle Brother says, having both parents around to raise you is a blessing.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Wow. Emma, I wish you could stay all night. You're so...
Well, we could get our show going back. We could just get it back going, It
wasn't our show. It was all her. All I was doing was sitting back there saying, say that again. And it was, look how far technology is now. It was totally like podcast and stuff.
I was
like
in the closet recording. I was in the closet, Lord.
You was down. You was down when people was like,
in
what's
the
a podcast? I don't know what a podcast is. She was like, bet. What are we doing?
I'll show you.
Yeah, I'm so proud of you. And can you tell people, I don't know, she's not doing therapy anymore. So, I don't know. Do you want people to connect? How will they connect with you?
No. They can connect with me. They can hit me up in my DM and just ask questions.
Baby, they're going to hit you up.
No, they not. No, but if they ask me a question, I will answer it. I've never been like, no, don't talk to me now. And that boundary stuff is real. Because, I've had to say, look, don't try to sneak in my DM and talk about this when you're really trying to talk about that. Because that's what we're not going to do. Okay? So I don't get many DMs.
I need to bring you back. Oh, my goodness. From Neek M, you mentioned wanting attention. What do you think about dating someone who constantly craves attention and validation? Oh, I wish you could. Yeah. Neek, answer Neek's question. What do you think about dating someone who is constantly craving attention and validation? And now I'm going to let you go. We got Trei coming up next. Hit it. Tell us.
Okay. So I recognize what people need. And please just hear what I'm saying. I recognize what people need and I actually will meet them there. If I know that you have a deficiency and you need to be validated, because there's so many people that will not do that for you genuinely,
You do.
I can do that for you. But
You
that because
do.
I have the capacity for that. But if you don't have the capacity for that because you were not doted on and poured into and all that, it's going to be too much. So you have to kind of know your own barometer when it comes to that person's needs, because everybody likes their ego stroked on the spectrum. Some people want it a little bit. Some people need it a lot. You know, sometimes like I've had to be checked. Like, I'm like, tell me more. And then, you know, my daughter says no, because I'm not going to make your ego big. So, she don't have the capacity to give me anything good or hey or whatever. But when
Not
you date
in this season.
and you want that connection, that's, kind of like you got to put boundaries on that too and say, look, I'm only going to give you genuine compliments and validation, not constantly. And if that's not enough for you, then I may not be for you. You might need to find a people pleaser that's going to do that all day long, because I can't. Because I'm going to tell you when you're wrong too, and then you're going to be mad. Talking about, well, I guess I'm the horrible. I'm like, no, you both. You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
I like the good in you.
That I too will meet. I don't mind meeting people where they are, but I have to work on, like, I think you do it just naturally until you realize. But me, I'm like, no, that's the petty. It's the petty Patrina. But we're gonna get it together.
That's
but
another
I do.
episode.
I like to serve. I like to serve my man.
Yeah, me
I like
too.
to stroke him. His ego. Wait.
Yeah. And both.
Okay. You're watching the Tea with Trei, Unhinged, Single in the City. I love you, Beans. Thanks. For
I love
coming.
you. Thank you so much. Nice to meet you, T-Dub. Thank you.
Nice to
Trina.
meet you, Emma J.
You're coming.
Thank you
back.
so
You're
much.
coming back. You're coming back.
I'll
Thank
be
you.
there.
All right.
All
All
right,
right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
When we wait, what happened? When we come back. So, author Trei is. I smile when I say her name. I don't know her, T-Dub, but like I can just tell when someone is like a girl's girl, like cool, like us. We're
All
cool.
right, cool like us.
And
We're cool.
I have done a project for her. And
Okay.
then I started following her. I don't follow people when I'm working on their stuff, but I will after. And I was like, this is my friend. I don't know why, but this is my friend. And so that's like a year, maybe 2 years ago. And then I just started making videos and things. She's promoting her new book. And so I got to see another side of her where she was like talking to us, and the new book is Tempest into Loom. And I was like, oh, she's cool. She's cool. And so she's going to join us.
Energy.
Baby, that thing
What's her
got
energy? Yeah.
that when Emma said it's not hard, it's just when I get off this show, I got I'm about to start going back through this book and tearing out pages. It's the Tea with Trei. It is the Tea with Trei. We're going to take like a 2-minute break, hang out, and then when we come back, it's more girl talk. Oh, it was so good. Yeah.
And the living is easy. Summertime.
take you on a journey, a thrilling journey into a world where wanderlust romance and heart-pounding adventure collide. Stories set in some of the most breathtaking, exotic places on Earth. My latest book, Tempest in Tulum, does exactly that. This story plunges you deep into the shadows of Atlanta's elite. Behind the stunning architecture and glamorous facades, Delia Agiem McGee hides a double life. By day, she's an esteemed architectural assistant. By night, she's drawn into the dangerous world of underground mixed martial arts. If you crave escapism, love losing yourself in an irresistible story, and long to be transported into a world of wanderlust and adventure, Tempest in Tulum will sweep you off your feet. Mark your calendars. November 14th is the day. Join me for Share in Wonderland, an exclusive virtual release party like nothing you've ever experienced.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. It is the Tea with Trei, Unhinged, Single in the City. I'm Trei Taylor.
I'm T-Dub.
And we have the beautiful, the gorgeous Trei. Welcome.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you this evening?
Well, I heard you all talking about stroking things and, yeah.
Honey.
Let's.
She gave it to us. I knew that she would. I'm so happy to have you. So happy to have you in this space.
I'm happy to be here.
You're very busy right now, aren't you?
Listen, I'm podcast hopping.
Your person, I saw, I'm like, how's she gonna, but you was right in here, right on time. That's what I was
right
like,
on time.
We gotta go. So share.
Yeah.
Tell the audience who you are, what you do, and then I want you to definitely explain wanderlust.
Oh, absolutely.
I like that word, wanderlust.
And yes. So I am Cher Therese, and I am a professional liar. No, let me stop.
Hey, it's a fun space. Keep it real in here.
I write wanderlust romance, which is, let me see, the easiest way to explain it, stories. I write stories that center perfectly imperfect women, specifically Black and brown women, and the men who chase them around the world. So
perfectly imperfect. I love it.
We do not have to be superheroes to be loved on. So there you are, wanderlust romance.
I'm so over the S on the chest bullshit. Like, no.
Me too. I'm tired.
I'm not doing it. I need help. Come and get this car. Come in. Last night I was in my bed like, oh God, somebody needs to bring me some soup. Oh God. I mean,
I just wanted a hug. That's it.
Yeah. There's a
soup
whole
and hug,
There's a whole campaign going on, T-Dub. It seems like about like making us, especially us, be tough all the time. And I'm not interested.
Yeah, me either. You get tired of it. You want to put it down. And as much as we want to relax in our feminine, unfortunately, things happen. And like you said, we're forced to be in this other space. And so I fight against it every day.
Yes.
That's
Listen,
right.
Jungle Brother's acting up. He gonna say, oh, hell no, another red flag. She's glowing. You are so beautiful.
She's very pretty.
The chat is it's on fire. I love it.
I love that.
Wait, Loose in perpetuity said, oh God, Cher Therese had me when she heard someone say stroking something. It's a fun group. It's a fun group. Now
I found my tribe, I think.
You can come back. We like house guests. So wanderlust romance, you've explained what it is. Why, and I think you've explained why it's so prominent. You talked about perfectly imperfect Black women. How did you get into book writing? And specifically, what made you, I don't want to assume you chose Black romance because you're a Black woman, but
well, I think it was the easiest. No, actually, you know what? I am in love with love. Um, and and specifically Black love. So I'm gonna get a little bit political. I feel that Black love has almost been
Come on.
erased
Come
erased
on.
from mass media. And I mean, all you have to do is turn on a commercial, which I do a lot of streaming, so I don't get to see a lot of commercials anymore. But anytime I do, like watching a Super Bowl game or a basketball championship, because I love those things, I never see, and y'all tell me if you do, a Black man and a Black woman together with their Black babies on commercials anymore.
On national TV, hardly. They'll put it on.
It's more interracial now, I think.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
They'll put
Yes,
it
as
on the
though our
BET.
couples, yes, as
Yeah.
though our couples don't exist.
It's
It
almost
should.
as if they're being written out of history. And so
Yeah.
I have always been a lover of romance, but most recently, Black romance is my tea.
And you
That's
do it
my
well.
thing. Well, thank you.
Oh my
Thank you.
goodness. So I want to just share Bali Blue is the book that I narrated. And
Mhm.
when they sent me the script to audition, I was like, this book is about me. How she know my business? And in the sense of how that dissolved, I very much connected with that. And when I connect, you're gonna get all of this goodness. Talk about, I don't know if you're dating but are you inspired by your romantic adventures, or like what is inspired you to write these books about these
Yeah.
Black women traveling? I mean, we can't find love in Atlanta. What we gotta get them
Love in
passports
Atlanta.
stamped?
I'm not trying to write the reverse passport, bros. I'm not trying to do that at all. But you know what? Like, well, let me start by saying all of my stories start in Atlanta or places like it.
Okay.
Okay.
So I will always, I'm a Georgia girl, so I'm always going to pay homage to home and the home team. And I don't write international romance for the sake of these heroines, these wonderful, perfectly imperfect females to go find somebody in Italy. No, they find their perfect matches who also happen to be Black and brown and multicultural men. My first book, Bali Blue, the main female character, strongly hailing from Atlanta, Georgia. And she's a vice president and she's going through some things, a divorce, and it basically says, I'm putting all this to the side and I'm going to Bali. And she meets Kendrick Kekoa and they absolutely hate each other. He's Hawaiian and Black. And I wrote that character. Somebody asked me, why did you write that character mixed race? And you know what? I almost didn't have an answer until I thought about it. The real culmination of that story came from, I know y'all saw the movie, Why Did I Get Married Too? Right?
Mhm.
And at the end, there was this glimpse of Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. And I thought that we were going to get a love story between him and Janet Jackson's character, right? Well, Tyler played in our face with that. And so I wanted to write a story that centered Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson because I need to see him in a love story. And since he won't play in one, I wrote the story for him.
He won't play in one?
Have you seen him in one?
You're right.
I've never seen him in
I've not. But I've got to go back and watch the end of the movie because I don't remember him being in it.
It was a glimpse. And like I said, Tyler played in our face with that many years ago, and we haven't gotten that third movie yet. And so that was the inspiration for writing Bali Blue. I knew the character Kendrick Kekoa would be this mixed, and I know Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is Samoan and Black, but I wrote a Hawaiian and Black character for representation's sake because we never see that in books, but definitely strong on the Black side. And Yeah, I needed him to be in a love story. He wouldn't do it. I wrote the story that centered him. And then Miss Rion Carson, who I have to, number one, give you your flowers while you are here.
You're gonna make me
You,
cry.
you,
Don't do that.
you body. I don't even know how else to say it. When I listened to your audition, I had to ask who wrote this. I mean, you gave there was no question who the female voice for Rion Carson would be. And let me just say this. I'm probably saying something I shouldn't be saying out
Say
loud.
it. Say
But
it.
I heard somebody say that your voice was exactly the voice they heard when they read Delia's character too.
Oh wow. Well, I'm telling you, we're matching energy.
Yes,
Energy.
We're
we are.
saying the same thing because when I
We are.
read the script, I was like, how she know my life?
Listen.
And I was about 5 years out of it by then, but I thank you so much. I really had a great time, and I would love to one day share my process of how I put my whole body in it. That's all I'm gonna say. When
I
I'm
want to
working.
see the magic as it's happening. Listen, that
Let
would be an amazing series, by the way. Just saying.
you are we got a lot to talk. Let's see. The phone sex line. You're watching the Tea with Tree, Single in the City, Unhinged, Tempest in
Mhm.
Tulum. I want to talk about the characters. I want to talk about what inspired those characters.
Oh yeah.
And you've got a big event coming up, and I am just you something else. Oof,
Booked and busy, and I'm so excited about it. But yes, Tempest and Tulum, these characters are sexy. They are imperfect, both of them, male and female. It is truly in line with the wanderlust of the wanderlust romance. We got Delia Aguien McGee. She is a Black lady who happens to be half Black, half Mexican, but she has a very Black mama and is raised very Black and gets the opportunity actually to explore her Mexican heritage in Tulum, Mexico. That is not the center of the story, though. The center of the story is a very emotional character who is fighting literally some very emotional some real life shit. Excuse my language, but that's the best way to
Hey,
describe it. She's fighting
just like it
literally for her
is.
life.
I could not
Mhm.
believe that we went from and then we gonna be where? In the what? Doing the what?
Saloon in the dojo doing some stuff. Well, look, the book opens up first chapter with a almost choke slam and bodies pressed between hard places. And
Mm.
yes,
That's why I lost my voice, Tita,
I bet
because
that is. I
Saturday
bet it
I
is.
was in there like, like
You
this.
probably were reacting to every scene, right?
Mm-hmm.
but yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's a love story. You know, a lot of people kept asking me. First of all, let me just say this: my third book, and it has been the toughest yet. Again, it is a romance, and on some levels, it could almost be considered a rom-com. But there's some real life things that happen to these characters, and I try to be very sensitive in how I
Right.
told this story. Um, and they find love by virtue of the fact that it is a romance. Of course, it ends in a happily ever after, but what they have to go through to get there is I'm almost surprised that I was able to finish the story. That's how tough it was to number one tap into that kind of emotion without personalizing it,
Mm-hmm.
and these fully written characters. And yes, they love on each other. They hate on each other. They fight each other. They go through all the motions of real life dating without dating each other, if that even makes any sense.
No,
Um,
that's exactly what I'm looking for. Actually, no, I'm just
mhm. And so yeah, it's a mentor protege type relationship, boss worker type relationship, almost a forbidden love type relationship, a little age gap romance going on. Again, there's some real stories going on up in here. And yes, choke slams do happen, and face sitting and all kinds of physical content goes on in this book. It goes on in the Tulum, Tempest in Tulum.
It ain't going on in the DM. It's going on in Tempest in Tulum. Go ahead, T-Dub.
So Cher, I learned a new word because of, I think, Tempest in Tulum. What is phrase sexuality?
Oh, I'm glad you asked that. Well, basic at its basic root.
Where jungle at? Can we get a spelling, please? Frey?
F-R-A-Y. Yep. Sexuality. And it's really a real term. And I had to learn this too, but it's the desire to be intimate with a stranger. So our main man, Okio Bamdi, is a very phrase sexual character. It starts coming out. His character first shows up in my second book, Mess on the Mara. And you kind of get a sense of his phrase sexuality. He is mysterious. He's a Sigma male. Of course, ex-MI6. I'm not even sure I said that yet. Ex-MI6 officer, secret squirrel spy guy, black James Bond, Idris Elba type. And he's phrase sexual. He has zero desire for any encumbrances or situationships or relationships. He don't even need to know their name. So
he sounds uptight. So I guess in Tempest in Tulum, he got loosened up a little bit.
He definitely got loose with little Delia, who was the first thing that was like, he wanted to know who she was. So yes.
Now
he changed him.
I got a question. What you have a military background? What
I do.
Yeah.
I do. I was in the army.
Okay, gentlemen.
Thank you for your service. You all just celebrated Veterans Day.
T-Dub dressed just for you.
Hey,
she wanted to honor you. Did you go get your free food? Girl, I'm a sidebar for a minute. It was people on the TikTok talking about, I'm in the army of the Lord. Can I get, is it free? Driving through the drive-through, this lady was like, hi, I'm in the army of the Lord. Is there a special today? You're watching.
Let me tell you something. All the veterans out there, thank you for your service. Happy belated Veterans Day. But no, ma'am, I was not in those lines in these Atlanta streets trying to get my free meal, because I'm sure they were some busy lines. And no.
She said, we got it. I want to hang out with you. Are so fun. I didn't even know you lived here until I knew. But when I was doing the Bali Blue, I just connected, number one, because of the story. And then it's always fun when I can narrate projects from places I've lived, because I deliver with such knowing, So I really had a good time with that. And I want to talk about your event.
Yes. So everybody, you are invited to share in Wonderland. It is the virtual release party for my newest book. And I'm going to actually put it up here on the screen so y'all can see it.
Okay. Bring it in. Bring it in, doll. Bring it in. Okay. I'm going to give that book to Loose Neck in Perpetuity Side, because I am shocked and amazed. Look at his comment. He put this in here, and I don't believe that Black men be reading. I'm about to send him this book, Loose Neck.
It's on the way.
The number one voice at Gmail. I'm going to put it down here. You're going to email me and send me your address. And don't worry, I'm not going to come over there and check your hands. Okay. I'm going to leave you alone. But I am going to send you that book, the number one voice at gmail.com. I'm about to put it, and nobody else don't email me. Okay. I'm kidding. But I'm going to send him that book, because
I think
He is
he'll
so
love it.
supportive of everybody, and I think he'll love it too.
I do want to say before I talk about Sharon Wonderland, I got asked a question before about how do men show up in my books. Number one,
Yeah.
respectfully.
And
Respectfully, but in all your glory.
with the meat.
And I think it's important because a lot of times in romance, we focus on the woman. And I try to give as equal homage, like I said, as to the women as I do the male characters, because guess what? I have a father, I have brothers, I have lovers, I have friends. And you know what? Every last one of them are different in their own way.
Yes.
And you guys, I think, deserve just as much presence and space in the romance conversation as we as women do, because we got to be paired together, right? And so, yeah, I think you'll get a full story out of all of my books, right? Not just the romance, but you'll get the full stories. Like I said, Kendrick Kekoa, CEO. We got Kobe Obara in Maison de Mara, Michelin star chef. And then we have, of course, Mr. Okio Bamdi, who is ex-MI6 head of security for a billionaire Bajan Kenyan family. And, my brother is special forces, so he sees himself in that character. All of my military veterans, they see themselves in that character. And I'll throw another little shout out too for the men. If you've ever seen the movie The Gentleman with Matthew McConaughey, I took a little bit, not a story or anything, but some of the imagery. I wanted to be able to bring a speakeasy, a man's space to life. And I watched that movie and several other things inspired it, but I think you'll get that flavor too in this very same book. So yeah.
Now you were going to you put the book up. I want to put your information for the people to follow you on your pages. I'm going to type this, and I got to put my seeing eyes on. T-Dub, Cher, tell me, you know what? I'm going to go get it. I already know where to get it from.
Yeah.
T-Dub had a question.
Yeah, well, and then there was also a comment about can you find the book on Amazon? So maybe all of that information will be shared. But I was going to ask you, where did these names come from? Every one of them is exotic.
Yes. Like I said, I maybe didn't say it. Every location that I write about, I have traveled to those locations. I've done extensive research. The places themselves become characters, in my book. So Bali is a character in and of itself. And I went and I did a whole lot of learning about Bali and how names, who's named what and why. And so you'll see some of those very traditional Balinese characters in the character names in that book. And then, of course, Kendrick Kekoa, half Black, half Hawaiian. Kekoa definitely is a Hawaiian last name. And his father, who is named after Kendrick. And then Okio Bamdi, extensive research into Kenyan names.
It's Kenyan. Okay. All right.
It is Kenyan. He is Kenyan born and raised in London. So you'll get his full story and how that came to be in the book. Delia, on the cover of the book itself are some dahlias, which is the national flower of Mexico. And Delia's name is loosely based on the flower, the dahlia. And so, I go on a rampage of research.
Oh, I love that. And then you mentioned London. So does that mean we'll hear accents?
You will hear accents. Let me get into that. I'm glad you asked, because guess what? Every last one of you can get the link. You can click. I believe you have a link tree. I have a link in my bio, but if you guys want to get into the first chapter of Tempest and Tulum, you can get the free download. It is very authentic. It is a dramatic reenactment. So you get the narration, you get sound effects, you get the East African London accent combined. So yes, all of that. Also at the same link.
I'm going to put the link in my stories because they can't copy from here, as you know. So what you're going to do, I've put shares information up on the screen. You can also follow me at Mommy on the Mic, and her information will be in my stories. Y'all gonna get what you need. Y'all gonna get what you need, because y'all see we not playing in here. Tita, we got all the goods tonight.
That's
That we
right.
do. That we
I
do.
don't know. I don't know. We might not be done. We might not be done after 6 episodes. I am just I need more of this. You and also
Yeah, I'm
when
enjoying
I
it.
know you're real busy right now, but I'm hearing in my spirit not 11 girls. We went on a trip with 11 ladies, but I'm hearing we finna be on a field trip with you. I don't know.
Listen,
I'm going.
January is coming. I don't know if y'all are Game of Thrones fans, but winter is coming.
Yes.
Winter is
January
coming.
is coming,
Yeah.
and I'm rolling out
I
a
know.
massive, massive endeavor. And if you ever feel the need to want to travel with me, it will be possible come
We're good
January.
travel buddies. I mean,
Yes.
we okay. Okay,
Yeah.
y'all. This is the best tonight's episode. Whew, I got so much homework. It's been a great show. I've just had such
It
a great
has.
time. Emma J, Cher. I just thank y'all so much for the space, making the time, the listeners. Loose neck. Don't forget to. Oh, we should read a little bit of chat. We gonna read a little bit of chat.
Okay.
I need to let you know, and I also want to find out. Jungle Brother said, Tree, can you turn her camera off? That smile is flaring up my endorphins. I want to know. Let me turn this music down. Share, like off the subject. You are
Yeah.
glowing. Can you
Do I
please,
see a
like,
blush? I think
what is
she's blushing over
happening?
there.
Look, you got me blushing. Who said that? Loose neck
Jungle,
got
that's
the
Jungle
endorphins.
Brother.
Uncle
Jungle
brother.
brother and his endorphins over here. I'm feeling the energy. We were talking about matching energy earlier too, right? That might be why I'm.
Yes.
No, but you have a natural light on you. Even and that
Yes.
was
Oh,
why I was
Yeah.
drawn to you. Cause I mean, I know a lot of the authors I work with. And I followed your page like 2 years ago. But baby,
wow.
when you start coming on them screens, I was like, she's silly like me. She's smiling. You are not pretentious. You
Not at all.
you
She's a Georgia
definitely
girl.
you
That's
do not
right.
you're not trying to be I'm not saying you're imperfect, but I can tell you are very comfortable with who you are.
That's right.
And that is I like that. Like I'll get on the Instagram. I didn't look like this an hour ago. I don't This is me. It's better for me to show up as myself. And I
Mhm.
really enjoyed that. And so what I want to know, first of all, I'm gonna just start with you're not a Virgo, are you?
I'm not a Virgo, and I
Okay.
happen to hear you say,
We can proceed. We can proceed. I'm sorry, Virgos. I love you from far
We
away.
love y'all. We love
Ryan,
y'all,
I love
but
you.
you-
I
it's,
love
it,
you.
it takes a special person, but
I'm
we do
not
love them.
special enough. That's what it is. It's not you, it's me. Okay. When is your birthday?
I am a May 21st Gemini baby, so I got like multiple personalities. I don't know if
Oh,
that makes it any
she is
better,
she is
but
fun overload.
So that's why I have chemistry.
Yeah.
It's a Gemini, it's not a Gemini first, but it is unequivocally the Capricorn, Aquarius, and the Cancers.
that's right.
And the Libras are going to be just under the Cancer. But I was just drawn to you, and Jungle Brother is correct. You're glowing, and I want to know what your
Mhm.
skin regimen is or something. It's
You know
not. It's
what?
from the out. It's from the inside out.
I,
What are
I'm
you
gonna say
doing?
that because I never do the same. You know, I'm probably the worst skincare person because I'm always trying something different. Right now,
Mhm.
it's Korean skincare, Korean glass skin. I think that's what it
I
is.
saw that on TikTok.
Cosrx, COSRX. I'm talking about. I am a fool for those products right now. So,
Well,
Wow.
but really, what I'm saying too is you glow from the inside out, and that's what I really mean, and that's what Jungle is. I'm gonna speak for him.
aw.
That's what he's enjoying. That's what I'm enjoying. I'm just so glad to know you, and I'm gonna be participating on Thursday. I got my voice back. I don't know. We got a situation tomorrow. I'll be there. We'll see how it goes. And I'm just excited. Naughty. T-Dub, you met Naughty. What you think?
I did.
She
I
had
enjoyed
great things to say.
Yeah, I enjoyed Nadi. Good conversation down at the tailgate. So yeah, I enjoyed him. Good energy. He gave me
Not
very good energy.
Naughty is an
Speaking of,
antagonizer in the group. He has a show. It's called The No Show, and he's also my son, but also my nemesis. And he be just in here talking shit. He a Cancer.
Oh
and I didn't
boy.
get that at all in person. He didn't give that
But
at
yeah,
all.
T-Dub was like, who is the person on the keyboard? He's a cool dude. He said that you drink water, and that's what, he's very health conscious. And so
Yes, I really
thanks for
enjoyed
being
that.
here. Loose neck is a Taurus. May 17th. I'm gonna leave you alone. You better email me if you want that book. Y'all, this has been too much fun. Shout out to Till Dog, Jungle Brother, James. I'm trying to say everybody. Neek. It was a very full show.
It was. It was really good. I
Let-
enjoyed it
Let's
thoroughly.
remind everybody that
Yes.
November 14th, 7 p.m. Eastern, I'm going to put the link in my stories. You're going to share on Instagram. I'm going to be at the party. I'm at the party. I might talk on the mic.
Ooh.
I don't know. I've got to wait and be directed. I like being directed. I'm gonna leave y'all alone.
I ain't doing though.
I almost sang the jingle 1-900.
We gonna talk about that because there's lots of coins that we're leaving on the table.
Oh.
You have been
I think
watching
so.
The Tea with Tree. It is Unhinged, and we got Unhinged tonight, baby. Still single in the city, but I got some good tools. I think I'm gonna be bold after the show. I'm gonna be bold. Teed up. What you
And do
think?
what?
No, I'm
Go
not
for
gonna.
it. No, why not?
No.
You've already set it up now. Go for it.
I've got the energy.
Ooh.
And yeah, it's just been a great show. Thank y'all for watching. We will be back next Tuesday. I don't know how I'm going to top this. I really want to get some guys on here, but they're so scary. Like, I want to talk to some men, Shared. You know any men that'll be honest and talk to us about this dating thing and
I have
our
some.
fun? Like, I don't want
I have some for you.
I don't want nobody bashing Black women or women at all, but I want to have a man's perspective in this space before we leave. So
I got a couple of names for you, and
Okay.
they in these dating streets too. So,
and you can let them know that this is a legit space, that I do things top notch, and we'll have them on.
absolutely.
We got 2 more shows. But for now, I want y'all to go to my page at Mommy on the Mic on Instagram and look for me to put that link in there and sign up and hang out. And I love you. T-Dub, thank you. Thank you for being the light. Thank you for being my partner in shine. I hope you enjoyed the show today.
Love the show. Thank you, Cher, for being here. It was Cher. Gosh, I'm
there. Yep, you got
I've
it.
gotten tired. But Cher, yeah, thank you. And yeah, I love your light. And what I've always heard about Geminis is that you all are forever young. And so that's what you're giving.
She definitely is.
Mhm.
Beans, Emma
Yeah.
J, thank you
Yes,
so
she's
much.
wonderful too. Yeah,
You
thank
were
you, Emma.
amazing. We should have just, I don't know if they could have handled the four of us.
Yeah,
Next
that
Tuesday.
energy was good too.
Next Tuesday, 7 p.m. We'll be back. For now, we wish you well. And remember, no matter what they do, no matter what they say, abundance is your birthright, darling. Bye.